Hi, this is Dan Cortopassi of TSG Multimedia. Today I'm reviewing an HO scale MP15DC locomotive from Atlas. My example is decorated for the Union Railroad. I found some photos of the real Union Railroad 23, and it appears that it was repainted into the yellow and red paint scheme sometime between October 2009 and April 2010. The model also has the red Stop and Act graphic on the side. Looking at photos, I found that this graphic was added sometime after March 2011 and disappeared sometime before March 2016. The only photo I found with the Stop and Act graphic is from 2012. This locomotive is part of the Atlas Master line. It is available in a DCC-ready version for $169.95 and with pre-installed DCC and sound for $279.95. Our review sample is the DCC-ready version. The paint on the model is excellent. The colors are opaque and I don't see any voids in the markings. All but the tiniest writing on the locomotive is legible with magnification. Detail on the model is good, but it appears to represent a generic MP15DC. On the real Union Railroad 23, the sand filler hatches on either side of the long hood are extended with vertical piping. Atlas painted over the two outer cab windows on either side, but on the real engine the windows are covered with a very thin plating that is almost invisible, not recessed like it is on the model. The painted cab windows are also slightly translucent. The long hood has freestanding grab irons. The truck side frames have brake lines. There is some plumbing to the air reservoirs. On the real engine there are some additional filters and fittings not present on the model. Advanced modelers might want to add those things with aftermarket parts. Atlas includes a part bag with sunshades, though there are no sunshades on the real engine. The handrails are made of a flexible plastic. Some of the stanchions are slightly crooked, a common problem with plastic handrails. The ends of the model are equipped with uncoupling levers, MU hoses, trainline air hoses, MU stands, and box beams on the pilots. All of these details seem to be correct for Union Railroad 23. The top of the locomotive features a photo-etched radiator grille. The bell is in the right location but doesn't match the one on the real engine. I really like the anti-skid paint on top of the long hood. The horn is mounted in the correct location, but the bell configuration doesn't match the prototype. There are some additional details on the roof of the real engine like drip rails, cab vents, and a beacon that are not present on the model. Those things could be added with aftermarket parts. Roof shots are generally difficult to find, and I found a couple of this locomotive that don't quite match each other. One photo from 2010 shows the engine with a yellow cab roof and red on top of the long hood, just like the model. In a photo from 2011, the cab roof and the top of the long hood look black. I'm not sure if that's the result of a repainting or if the engine was merely dirty. Detail on the underside of the model is fairly minimal. There are holes in the bottom of the fuel tank for the screws that secure the model inside the box. Atlas includes some plastic plugs for these in the parts bag, though the holes can't be seen when the model is on the track. The engine picks up electricity from all 8 wheels, and all 4 axles are powered. All the wheels are in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge. The model weighs 8.5 ounces. It registered 2.1 ounces of drawbar pull on my force gauge. I'm running it on DC. Runs pretty well, although it's a little bit growly. The model is lit with LEDs. The number board's also light, though they're not independently controllable from the headlight. Inside there is an 8-pin DCC socket for modelers wishing to add a decoder. There's also a space for a small speaker in the radiator area. I like this model. It runs well, and except for a few small details, it's mostly accurate. It should make for a very reliable switcher. The price does seem a bit on the high side for what it is. I'm not going to take a spike for that, but it's something to consider. My final verdict is 10 out of 10 spikes.